As promised, I'm recording episodes exploring retirement. This may seem unrelated to frugal living, but I will show over the next several episodes that frugal living may be a factor in how you choose to retire or not retire one day. Do you plan to retire one day? Most Americans imagine retiring at around 65 years of age, give or take. Did you know that retirement is a new concept introduced around 1935 as a means to encourage older working men to leave the workforce and make room for the younger workers? The idea was that men's best years were between 25 and 40, and certainly after 60, men were pretty much useless. There was a lot of ageism and sexism back in the day. Women didn't become eligible for Social Security until 1956. That is based on their own work record. They could collect on their husband's record if they were a widow. The Social Security program remains problematic today. But if you consider that the government was counting on men dying before they could take advantage of their contributions, well, it was set up problematically. So I guess garbage in, garbage out. Retirement, as we think of it, is really only a condition that few can participate in and still thrive. Baby boomers have certainly done well, but most of the rest of us won't do well in retirement. Many people haven't planned financially and won't have a dream retirement of cruises and sunny beach vacations. That's okay. If you haven't planned financially and your time to transition from full-time work to retirement is coming up, don't worry. You can have a good experience through retirement if you can create a plan now and you're interested in having your own business. I'm not referring to a storefront. I don't think you should open a restaurant unless that's something you've always wanted. You have a background in hospitality and you're an imaginative person who likes to work very hard for little profit. What I'm thinking of is creating a business that taps into your area of expertise and interest that requires low overhead. Primarily online courses, writing, or consulting. You're an expert, and you can convert your knowledge into an area that people will pay for, and you can determine how much time you want to put into your business. Many of us have a bit of money set aside for retirement, and we only need to boost our income to help us live a little more comfortably in life as we age. And I realize you might think I'm crazy, but I'm not. If you're planning to retire, what do you plan to do? Having a job provides many benefits. It provides direction, social engagement, creative thinking, and money. Contributing to society is a gift we should all endeavor to give because that makes life meaningful and enjoyable. Take a moment to consider how life will be when you retire. If you don't have a plan, what will you do for 8 to 10 hours every day? Watch television? Play video games? Wander around your house wondering why you came into this room or that? Even if you don't plan to earn money, planning to pursue an interest is going to be one of the most important things you'll have to do before you retire. I like to think of retirement years as the years of senior teaching moments. As a mature person, you've had years of experience you can share. Others need to know what you know. You don't have to learn all the latest, newest technology to share, but learning new things is good for your noggin and will help you better understand how your audience likes to receive information. For example, let's say you love model trains. You built a big model train track in your family room. It's been in the works for years. Now, as a retired person, you want to share how you went about creating your masterpiece. You'll have to decide if writing a book is the best way to show off what you've created and to teach others how to create their own train track. If you're targeting a younger generation, you should consider creating an online course or social media channel to get the word out about your craft. You'll reach more people within your target audience in that way. If you're planning to teach people who are older, a book would likely be just as good as an option as any social media platform. My point is that stopping working in a traditional job after years will be a big transition, and if you don't have a plan, you're going to struggle. Additionally, I think staying connected with like-minded individuals gives life a purpose. I don't think it matters what you love. If you can teach another person how to do what you love doing, you'll provide a service, and that can have great meaning and satisfaction. Even if you have a great financial portfolio, it's not a good idea to go into retirement and never contribute to the betterment of society again. Even financially well-off people don't take cruises endlessly. Well, I guess some people live on cruise ships, but even that must get tiresome after a while. And it would be little different than living in an assisted care facility in that all your meals are provided. But what would you do with your time? I learned a hard lesson watching my parents age and retire with no plan. They sat in their recliners and watched a lot of television for 20 years until their health deteriorated. It was sad to witness, especially considering how much knowledge they could have shared with the world. I think they were happy though, so there's that. Statistically, retirement isn't great for everyone. According to the UK's Mental Health Foundation, 1 in 5 retirees experience depression. Living alone and having bereavement increases the odds of having depression. If you're sick or have chronic health issues, the chance of experiencing depression increases. No, thank you. By making a plan before you retire, either to vigorously pursue a hobby or to turn a special interest or area of expertise into a part-time business endeavor is worth considering. I like the idea of working for money because money's tangible. You can offset the cost of your hobby, and you can show you continue to offer value in your community. You'd be surprised how quickly your work friends are no longer relatable once you've left the workforce. You'll make a plan to connect, only to realize they want to complain about work, something you no longer care about or worry about. And much of what they complain about won't make sense because you don't know who they're speaking of, or you didn't have the issue they're speaking about when you were working together. Think about all the conversations you have with your work friends and how much of those conversations revolve around work issues. When you no longer work with them, you will no longer have those issues. Don't count on those relationships lasting. Instead, build relationships around your passion. Find ways to share your knowledge and never get a recliner. You can buy my book, Your Golden Ticket Years. Find your passion on a post-career entrepreneurial ride on Amazon. I'll leave a link in the episode description. Next time on Page Power, I'll do a deeper dive into the concept of post-retirement careers.